Hey everyone, welcome back to our Ants Team live training Tuesday night at 8. Every Tuesday night at 8. We are here sharing our inspiration, sharing our wins for the week, celebrating, working together, sharing ideas. This is a great opportunity for us to all get together and brainstorm and learn and grow and encourage one another. So I'm excited for tonight. As you see in the title, we have a great session discussion up ahead. We're going to be talking about teams and vision and the importance of having a vision and having teamwork. So I'm going to allow you all to get on. I see Miss Kathleen, Miss Jessica, Miss Deanna. Hey, Jessica. I see you ladies are all getting on. So I am going to give you guys some time. You know the drill. In the chat box below, get started with your wins for the week. And don't knock anything that you're celebrating. Whatever it is, this is a great time to share it. We're all here to encourage you and celebrate with you. So go ahead and start posting and sharing the things that you're celebrating. I am going to get my phone together so that we can have 100% focus, but also so that I can follow along with the conversation, because this is not a one-way conversation. This is me just being here to facilitate the discussion for all of you guys and to spark some ideas for things that we can talk about and learn from each other with. So let me just get the video going, and I see, hey Kathleen. Let's see what your wins are for the week as we build up the chat audience. I have, for me, let's see if I can do this without clicking and shutting down the stream. Let's see if I can lower you guys a little bit. No, wrong direction. Okay, better. So I want to be like on eye level with you guys. So yeah, a lot has been going on. This week is the week before we leave for Atlantis, Bahamas. So as you guys know, super exciting. Avon had an incentive where representatives, regardless of your sales level, regardless of the size of your team, if you accomplish different goals, and it was a variety of goals, from sales to team building to mentoring to personal promotion, you were able to earn the trip to the Bahamas. So next week I will be leaving for the Bahamas. This is only my second trip out of the United States, and as you guys know, the first trip was to Tahiti, also an Avon sponsored event, and then this is my second opportunity. So I am excited and overwhelmed because I'm like, okay, second time out of the US, second Avon trip. This is, I think, my second or third incentive for the year. So I'm really excited because I've never earned incentives like this before, so it's nice to feel the recognition and the love from New Avon that they were able to put together an incentive like this to allow a variety of representatives to participate and earn this opportunity. I'm super excited just to be a part of it, because I mean, there are so many amazing people who earn this, and I am so stoked to just have my name on the same list as a lot of these people, and I'm excited about seeing all of you guys there. A lot of you I know earned it. A lot of you are bringing your teams along as well, so I'm excited to meet and connect with you guys, because we don't get to meet up, a lot of us, until RepFest in August. So we'll get to do this ahead of time. It's like, it's not conference, so we're not going to be running from meeting to meeting. We're going to be relaxing and hanging out. And thirdly, I'm excited because Avon's footing the bill. So I am like, I know everyone is like, what am I going to wear? What am I going to pack? And to be honest with you, I'm like, what am I going to eat? Like, which restaurants can I go to? Do they have cheesecake? Do they make a good cheesecake in the Bahamas? I've heard Bahamians make a killer mac and cheese. Over there they call it macaroni pie. So I'm like, I'm gonna have myself some macaroni and pie. It's an island, it's in the West Indies. I know there's gonna be some amazing fish, some shellfish, and I'm like, what do we eat first? So I don't know what I am going to do, because I know I'm gonna come back maybe 500 pounds heavier, because a girl can eat, I love my food. So I'm excited about the food and just getting to try new dishes from different culture, to be somewhere different. And I gotta be honest with you, I think the food is more exciting than like, yay, vacation. It's like, you don't have to buy your own food. So, you know how it is when you're on vacation, you're paying for excursions, you're paying for food, you're paying for the hotel, the flight, and it racks up and it gets expensive. And I've been really trying hard to budget these last few years. I've shared with you guys my financial story, how I was getting out of debt, how I'm working on building my savings. And holidays and vacations can become extremely expensive. So it's like taking a load off to know that someone else is taking care of all that stuff. I get to go, I get to enjoy myself. I'm not coming back to worry about things being on a credit card. I'm not worried about, I didn't have to worry about saving up to, have all the money to pay for this stuff. It's just, I've never had this, well, okay, yes, Tahiti, but it's just, it's different and it's new to me. And I know there's a whole bunch of other things that I need to catch up on. I see other representatives who have done the trips. Thank you guys for sharing your experiences with those of us who are new to this. So I'm learning that stuff, but in the back of my mind, I'm just like macaroni pie. So why don't we get to our wins for the week? So Miss Lisa says that her wins for the week are that she met up with her clients to deliver their orders from campaign 12. Congratulations, Miss Lisa. And I'm going to blow up her spot again because this is Miss Lisa's first campaign. So thank you so much, Miss Lisa, for joining us in our live stream so we can spend some time with you and grow. But Miss Lisa's an experienced sales leader, an awesome person. But this is me blowing up your spot. Her sales for her first campaign were over $1,000. So, let's get some applause for Miss Lisa. I don't know if I mentioned this on the last call because I was just blown away. I was just like, wow, wow. So, her amazing sales have launched her business. So she was saying that she's delivering her orders for that amazing campaign. So I wanted to say kudos to you, Miss Lisa, because that's an amazing start. And I share it, yes, because she definitely does deserve the recognition for it because it was such an amazing feat. But I want to inspire the rest of you because a lot of times we get into our own bubble and our own circles and we start to feel like we put a glass ceiling on our own personal success. So I want to encourage you guys to break through that glass ceiling because the sky is the limit. The possibilities are endless. There are so many things that you can do with this business. With your business, you're the boss. You can see amazing, impossible things happen. So believe, when you're getting started and you're setting your realistic goals, this is a goal that somebody did. It is now no longer impossible. It's realistic. So, move away from, I think I could sell $50 to 2 people. Start moving towards, I think I can share the business with 25 people and get a $500 order. Or, I think I could share the business and get customers that are enough to be $1,000 worth of sales. It has been done. So take that as encouragement. Like when I see other leaders and other representatives succeed in their business, I take it as encouragement because I'm like, look at that. Look what she's doing. That means that it's possible for me to, that means it's possible for my team, for my friends in this business. It's just super encouraging. So take that as encouragement for you guys. Sorry, Lisa. Hope you don't mind me throwing you under the bus. She's no. She says no. She said thanks. But congratulations again. Hey, Miss Rachel, how are you? Jill, thank you for joining us. Kathleen, her win for the week is that she posted a flyer to her new group. So Miss Kathleen has a group going and she posted a new flyer to it. She's also sending out Avon samples and current brochures. So she's using different incentives to promote her business. Awesome job, Miss Kathleen. And I see some congratulations going. Come on, guys, let's share some more wins for the week. What else is happening? I really need to start writing down these wins, but a lot of times it's like, okay, this is gonna be my win, and then something else happens that just supersedes that, and I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna be my win. But another win that I wanted to share for myself was, again, just not to boast or brag, but to share with you guys that, there are different things that are possible here. And, there's nothing that makes me more special or better at this than any of you guys, because I'm, well, I'm not still, but, I started off as the same shy 17-year-old girl who had no business experience, whose business isn't even where I want it to be, but I'm on the road and I'm on the journey to getting there, which is why I also love to do these live streams and chats with you guys, because I think it's important also to see the development and the progress, and to just share my mindset so that we're all on the same page as we move towards success together. But this past campaign that just closed, campaign 12, I was looking at my earnings statement, and the website gives you a comparison between your earnings from last year and your earnings from this year, your team size. There's like a nice little comparison chart, and I'll be honest with you, usually that comparison chart is my enemy. I look at it every campaign multiple times, and I'm usually just like, ugh. But this time I looked at it, and I was just like, wow, stop for a moment, and instead of focusing on being where not being where you want to be or expect to be, or where you hope to be, and just stop for a minute and take stock of how far you've come. And I was looking at my earnings, and I was like, wow, you've earned almost twice as much this year as you did last year. And it was kind of a shock to me, because I remember my first check, earning a couple of cents, a couple of extra dollars. I remember getting, earning just constantly $20 and $25 checks when I first got started. And for me at the time, that was an extra $25. I was like, yay, that's, some gas in the car, that's some lunch money, that's, when I was in school, that was materials and supplies, an extra $25 every 2 weeks adds up, especially for a younger person. It made a big difference. And, as I've come out of school and I've been attacking my student loans, I was able to increase my earnings, so I was getting, an extra 100, an extra 2. And now, to just put in perspective that there's a doubling of the earnings, I'm like, how many jobs could I have earned a bonus? Because this is the bonus I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about myself. But I'm like, how many jobs could I have earned a bonus? This is, what are we in now, July? Yeah, companies give out a Christmas bonus, but this is July. Usually in July, people are going on holidays and vacations. Sometimes sales are down in other companies. Like across the board in the industry, different things are happening. I know in my profession in architecture, things have been strange, because with the rainy weather we've been having here, construction has been a little bit slow, so things are backlogged. So I was like, where you are now, to be able to say that you earn almost double, and I did the math on it, it was like 1.71%. So technically 1.75%, not exactly double, I'm 25% off. But I was just like, it's almost double, to earn yourself almost twice as much, to earn a bonus like that. And I was just like, it's not a huge amount, but we have 2 campaigns per month, to look at that and to say, okay, this is just half the month essentially is over. So to just look at that, I was just like, you really have to stop and just give thanks and be grateful, because when you first started, remember when they sat down and they told you about the leadership, and you were just like, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't lead, no one's gonna follow me, I can't find anyone who wants to sell, I can't find anyone who wants to be a part of my team, I don't know anyone who wants to do this, I don't know enough people, whatever the excuse was. At the time, I thought they were legitimate reasons. Now I'm like, I realize now that I was making excuses for myself. But just to go from that person to a person who is, okay, I earned that, I got that, great, I need to move on to the next thing. I'm just like, wait, stop and appreciate earning that thing. And I want to encourage you guys to do that as well, because most of you are further along now than when you started. And I know, I was just talking to a friend today, I know it's hard to get away from being bogged down and looking at other leaders and other representatives like, wow, they have that and I want to earn that and I want to be that and I want to look like that and I want to, but stop and take stock of what you have and what you've accomplished and how far you've come and what you've become, because your journey is like a daily thing. And hopefully today you're further along than you were yesterday. You've learned something new today that you didn't know before. And if you're looking at your business and you're saying, you know what, maybe I've gone backwards, at least acknowledge that and know that you have it within you to go back to where you were, and not only get to that place but surpass that, go above and beyond where you were before. Because I love to go to the sales meetings and the President's Recognition Program celebrations and Rep Fest, because I see the names of the representatives who are increasing their sales by hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm like, you see that? When we're back in our little tiny world, our little, 1 block radius, our little team, our little group of friends, and, our friends and family are telling us that you can't succeed, and people are saying, nobody's buying, nobody's selling, and then I see those guys who are making progress. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna follow those guys. If they can do it, then I can do it too. So I just want to share that with you guys, hopefully to encourage someone who maybe is out there thinking, I don't have a win for the week because my numbers are worse than, they were before. But the reason I am frustrated with that thing most of the time is because I do have numbers that are less than they used to be. And that's what frustrates me. But I was like, you just have to take a minute to not focus on the negative, but focus on the positive, because we spend too much time already just focusing on the negative stuff. So hopefully that's encouragement to someone out there. Miss Lisa says, yes, absolutely, be yourself and share the love of Avon. And she's congratulating everyone on their wins. I love that. Yeah, let's just take that time to let who we are resonate in our businesses, because people shop with you because of you, not because you're trying to be someone else. And something that I've learned even doing these chats over these last few months is that your story, and watching other leaders, I watch the other leaders, their videos, and I learn, I'm still learning as well, but I like to watch them because each one of them has a different outlook, a different experience, different tips. And sometimes even it's the same tip that we all got in a training or a meeting, but they've all put their own little spin on it. They've all even maybe just said it a little bit differently, and it makes a world of difference. So like Lisa says, be yourself and let that shine through, let that come through whatever it is that you're doing. And let it be positive, because you will attract that positivity to you, and you will surprise yourself. So I'm gonna let you guys continue with your chats. Oh, we were joined by someone else. Hi, Miss Maria. Thank you for joining our chat. So tonight I'm gonna dive into our topic of discussion for tonight, which is team vision. So first, I kind of divided this up into 2 sections. So for those of you nerds out there like me who love your bullet points and and your different, what do they call those, Roman numerals? This is Roman numeral number 1. So first and foremost, vision. I think we, for the most part, we have an idea of what it is to have a vision of something, of what we want to do, what we want to be, what we want to accomplish. But I think that, at least for me, the difference and the change has been in having clarification of that vision, being able to pin down what it is that our vision embodies. Because a lot of us, for example, will have an idea like, I want to be happy. Well enough. All right, well, what does happiness mean to you? Is happiness to you being able to do volunteer work overseas, missions trips, or charity events, or just travel and be among other people? Is like roughing it in the South African desert happiness to you. Not for me. I don't know if I can do all that, city girl. But is happiness being able to provide for your family things that you weren't able to in the past, or that maybe weren't provided for you. And when I say provide, I mean not just the physical things like clothes and toys and experience even, but maybe affection, maybe being able to be there physically for your family, to go to the plays and the shows and the games with your kids. Maybe, is that what happiness looks like to you? So each time we do those things, we pin down what it is exactly that our vision is, we can get a little closer to achieving it. And I always say, you guys know that I'm big on goal setting and setting SMART goals. And I think it's just as important to have your vision. So I'm going to backtrack here and say, we talk about setting SMART goals, and SMART goals are, let's see if I can read them off because I never remember and I always say them in the wrong order. But SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So if you missed that, go back and look at my other videos. We kind of go through setting SMART goals. I think we talked about it the most in our beginning video. The video that I did to start this Ants Life training series. You can find the backup, the archived, I should say, archived, older versions, instead of scrolling through my entire Facebook feed. They are on YouTube, so you could just hop on over there. But wait, after I finish the chat. But so I would say, the number one goal would be to have your vision. Here in our company, we talk about your why. But even, not just having your why, just going beyond. I think when you hash out and clarify your why, that's when you define a vision. So the first thing would be to have a vision and then set your SMART goals, which line up to get you closer to your vision. So your vision, just like your goals, you want it to be clearly measurable and definable, and you want your goals to be your vision, once you define it, it'll be more than just, like a few live streams ago, we talked about the difference between a dream and a wish. So when you define your vision, it calls you to be something more. It calls you to go above and beyond being average. It'll encourage you to do the things that you're afraid to do, to just be that person who's like, insert your name 2.0. I know I brought it back to like AOL days. Yeah, most of you guys remember AOL. I haven't reached that younger millennial crowd too much yet. So we all know what AOL 2.0. Remember they had like 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. So having a vision is what encourages you and pushes you to go from, AOL 1.0 to AOL 5.0 with the fancy logo and the, cool 3D graphics. But it also brings you responsibility and accountability. And that is when your vision is like real, like really real. So your vision, it's got to be something that drives you, of course. It can't just be something like, like for me, if the vision was to go camping and live my life roughing it, not my vision, wouldn't empower me. It wouldn't encourage me to be a better me. It would encourage me to slack off because I would be like, I don't want to do that. But, what my goals are, what the things are that, give me frustration when I think about it because I can't achieve it. Those are the things that will drive me and empower me to be more than just, Georgiana 1.0. And those are going to be the things for you as well that will encourage you to become the 5.0 version of yourself. And that's kind of where you want to be. But you have to, we always talk about taking the action steps and, making your action plan and doing the tasks daily. But when you have that vision and you have it in front of you and you know that you're striving for it, but you're not doing the things to get you closer to it, then it creates something inside of you. There's like a disconnect. It creates like I want to say like a whirlwind. Have you guys ever been here in the city? And I work in Manhattan, so there are some places like on the corner of 23rd and 6th, on the corner of the AOL Time Warner building at Columbus Circle. There are points where sometimes the building will end and you'll hit a corner. So there'll be the wind coming down the street this way and the wind coming down the street that way. And because the buildings are blocking it, you kind of get like this wind tunnel effect. So when you reach that point, there's always this really strong torsional wind. And, you know, when you work in the area, you kind of know the spots and you know to avoid it. But it's also the place where, you know, a person unknown will walk by with their umbrella and completely lose their umbrella to the wind. And you're kind of just like, you didn't see that coming. I'm so sorry. I probably should have warned you. But you're across the street. But when you have a vision and your action steps aren't lining up with your vision, it's like being at that corner with that torsional wind inside of you. You'll feel like something is not right because your brain is smart. When you set your goals in front of you, it will try to line things up to help you achieve it. But I feel like sometimes the body is just not willing to do the things that you need to get there. You know, you get laziness and procrastination. Mr. Timothy had us the other day, he put a really great post on his wall, and I swear it sounded like my mother talking about procrastination. But I was like, okay, Timothy got me. I got to get up and, you know, get some stuff done. But you want your vision to line up with you want your actions to line up with your vision. And having a strong, really strong vision will create that torsion inside of you that forces you to be like, okay, look, I'm not comfortable when I'm not working towards my vision. I want that thing so bad that I am not happy and I'm frustrated when I'm not working towards it. I want to take the steps to do that thing. And it'll create a little bit of accountability in you because you'll know, and I'm definitely speaking from experience here, you'll feel something is wrong when you're not doing the things to get yourself closer to that goal. And you'll have to make that conscious decision where it's like, you know what, I'm giving up on my dream by not working on the things that I need to do. So that strong vision will bring a level of responsibility to your action steps, and it'll keep you accountable to yourself. A lot of times, a lot of us here will say, you know, we don't have someone to encourage us or push us. We don't have an upline or, you know, whatever. So maybe the problem isn't, and we always talk about here, keeping control of the things, or taking responsibility over the things that you have control over, and, you know, letting the other things do their thing on the outside. But this is one of those things. If you're finding that you don't have the encouragement and support or the training or the wherewithal or the understanding to do what it will take to get you closer to your vision, by having that clear vision, you will go out and you will find it elsewhere. You will do your research. You'll go online. Just by being on this live stream, you're searching for additional information, additional encouragement, ideas, feedback, or whatever, because you have that pull towards your vision. So sometimes, and in addition to that, sometimes as leaders, it's hard for us because we'll feel like, okay, you know, our team isn't excelling the way that we want them to, but it could be that their vision isn't there. You know, they may not have something that they're working towards, and that's why they're not seeing the progress that they deserve. And it can be frustrating to us as leaders, but it's just so important to clearly define that vision. So speaking of teams, so let's segue into the importance and the strength in your teamwork, because we all have a team in some way, shape, or form. Whether you're a leader in this business or a representative who's working with sales, your support is your team. As a leader, the people you're managing and working with, they're also your team. So the idea of team goes, it's not just, you know, top down. It's not just, you know, am I a leader or am I not a leader? In being a part of this company, being a part of this business, being a part of this community, you're a member of a team. You may not have realized it, which is a problem, but we'll get to that. But any way you cut it, you're a part of a team. And what we have to realize is that the success of the team hinges not just on one person or a small group of people, but it hinges on every person. So it's important for each person to have a vision that they're working towards, because I found this really great quote. It said, it's by Joel Barker. It says, "Vision without action is a dream. Action without vision is simply passing the time. Action with vision is making a positive difference." So when I read that, I was just like, oh wow. You know, you ever had one of those moments where you're just like, huh. So we all are a part of a team. A lot of you are all a part of the same company as I am. If you're a part of a different company, you're a part of that team. Some of you, like me, are working in multiple jobs. You're a part of multiple teams. But whatever team we're talking about, you have to have that clearly defined vision. What I love about this business is that our vision that we create is our own, or there's like a team vision that an upline or mentor creates, but it should all add up to a vision for the entire business group as a whole. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that I found to kind of support that idea. So the first thing is, first and foremost, you have to get out of the mentality of being an individual by yourself alone. You know, it's me and that's it. You know, nobody else matters. Like they say, there's no I in team. There really isn't. Go back and check. So you got to move out of that mentality. Then you have to move away from even being a group, because think about it. Think about, you know, the idea of a group versus a team. A group is kind of just standing there. They may not know each other. They may not interact. It's like, you know, people on a subway platform. They're all just kind of there. You know, not really any real connection other than the fact that they were there. Now think about a team. Like, what do you think about when you think teams? You think about basketball, football, soccer. They are all working together to reach a common goal, which is usually to win. They've got, of course, you know, matching t-shirts and, you know, different handshakes, but that's all additional. That's not what makes them a team. What really makes them a team is they're working together to accomplish that goal. So you have to move away from we all, you know, every one of us needs to start taking the responsibility to move away from being a group to being a team. And what does that look like? That looks like participation. It's up to us as individuals to get plugged in and to connect with others. And, you know, we could talk till we're blue in the face about, you know, what this person's not doing and what that person isn't doing and what who and so is provided. But you also have a responsibility as a member of the team yourself to get plugged in and get connected. And that's kind of always been my pet peeve. I'm just going to be honest with you guys and transparent. When people have no idea what's going on in their team unit and do nothing but, you know, they're all kind, you know, my mom says 150 different problems, or what's that? There's a song, 99 Problems, but anyway, I think Jay-Z. But you have to take the initiative to get yourself plugged in and participate. And, you know, it's unfortunate because the people who need to hear that are the ones who aren't on this chat and who aren't watching other leaders on Facebook, and who aren't going to the meetings, and who aren't watching the YouTube videos that the company puts on. They're so disconnected that they can't even hear the information that they need that will help them. So if you know someone, you know, just tag them, gentle nudge. We don't mean anything by it. We're just trying to help you out, but we want to bring you back. We miss you. We want you to participate, because that's how you'll grow as a part of this team. The second thing is, well, I kind of touched on it, is to connect. You have to be intentional about connecting with other people. And there was a study, if you could probably Google it and find, you know, the official study and who did it and the results and stuff, but the basic idea behind the study was that as human beings, we need to connect and interact with others. It's just a part of our makeup. We need to have that interaction, that connection. If we're alone too long, if, you know, someone locks us in a basement cellar, things go wrong. You know, it's not good for us mentally. There's another article saying that if you're one of the people who hasn't interacted with a certain number of people growing up, you have like behavioral social problems as you get older. There's another study that was saying that as women, we need to be hugged like once a day. You know, women need to be hugged, something like that. So there are different research, levels of research and different studies that say we need to have that interaction. It's built within us. So as a team, we need that interaction as well. We need to connect with people. We need to interact. You cannot isolate yourself and expect to succeed, especially with the business we're in. This is a team business. I mentioned a few live streams ago that I have a post, a little quote on my website that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone, but if you want to go far, you go with others. And we all want to go far. You know, we don't want to get there and then fall off. We want to build strong and build deep. And you'll get that by building relationships with others. And I could tell you, even in my own experience, a lot of the growth that I've had, it came from someone else coming alongside me and mentoring me, watching the videos and the trainings from other representatives and other leaders and learning from them and their experiences. And nothing that I've learned could have been learned by me just, you know, being in my own little corner, in my own little chair. It wouldn't have come, because we learn from each other's experiences. So you need to take that initiative to connect. And you also need to commit. It's not enough to pop in once a year or twice a year, to, you know, pop in and pop out, to check in only when there's, you know, maybe a recognition dinner, and then for the rest of the year you don't see anyone or speak to anyone, because you'll fall behind. And I see it all the time. We'll have a meeting and a person who doesn't watch the videos, isn't connected on Facebook, hasn't come to any of the meetings for a while, is clueless, has no idea what's going on, and even what's being presented on, you know, what, you know, the presenter is talking about is just like way over their head, because they weren't coming along in the journey, and they weren't partnered with other people along the way to have that growth. So they can't even take in what's happening, because they're just like, you know, wait, what? We're owned by a different company. We changed our name. When did that happen? You know, we laugh about it, but I'm serious that this is something that's happening. And as we get to talk, they're like, wait, you know, I need to go back and I need to learn how to do something, because I didn't get that thing figured out. So I don't know what you guys are talking about here. And, you know, usually someone will come alongside that person and kind of train them and coach them so that they can get caught up. But if they had just been coming and touching base once or twice, and that's why I love the weekly emails, and that's why I encourage you guys to read the What's News, because those are like little tidbits, little a little taste of that connectivity. I see some chats going on in the live stream. Let me see what's happening there with you guys, not leave you alone. I think I saw Miss Renee post something. Oh, some promotion. Miss Renee says she's been promoted to star promoter, and her team member has her first team member. Awesome. Congratulations, Renee. Jessica says, please don't judge what others are doing or not if you're not trying to do better yourself. Oh, wow. Yeah. Great point. Jessica's always so good with, you know, articulating our points. I say something in like 30 minutes and she comes with like one pow sentence. Thank you, Renee. And thank you, Jessica. Jessica also adds that they don't know that they can't, if they don't know, they can't grow. Huh? Yes. Awesome. Love it. Great job, Jess. So everyone needs to take on the initiative and commit to going from group to team. This is a balls in your court kind of idea. You have to say to yourself, I want to be more than the individual. I want to be more than just a group. I want to be a part of this team. And when you take that initiative to step in and get connected and get plugged in, you will start to see a change in your atmosphere. And please, as you're getting connected, connect with positive people. You know, just be conscious and mindful of the atmosphere that you're stepping into. Don't step into what might be the noisy, squeaky wheel because it's making the most noise and it's getting the most attention. If it's a negative atmosphere, you want to make sure that you step into connection with other people who are in the same mindset as you. And that's why having the vision is so important, because you can see, you know, I'm not gonna front, you can kind of tell a lot of the times. So, you know, just be mindful of that. So secondly, so the three things for going from group to team were to participate, connect, and commit. The next thing is that you have to keep in mind that when everyone succeeds, the team succeeds. So it's not just a matter of, again, you know, I got this, I'm good, I'm all set, I don't care about anyone else, because the team isn't succeeding in that case. And the team has to succeed for the individual to visualize success. So for us in our business, our team actually goes beyond our downlines. It's the entire company. So when the company succeeds, we succeed. And I mean, this is a business that I think is amazing to me, because you are your own boss, yes, but you have supports from other people. And when I think about it, I'm like, when the company is doing well, when, you know, people are looking for our products, when people are like, yeah, I heard about you, I heard you're a great group of people, I want to be a part of that, and they reach out to me to get, you know, plugged in and learn, then the team is doing well, and then I become a part of that doing well with the team, and then I can mentor someone else to do well as well. But we have to be mindful of our actions having a larger effect. Our success and the success of others adding to the overall efficiency and advancement and success of the overall team. So it doesn't profit us to cut down another person, because our making that person look bad is detracting from the overall success of this team. It doesn't make sense for us to be stabbing other teammates in the back. Think about it. Like, just, you guys know me. I'm a visual learner, and I always like to step out of the usual context and look at something from another way. Let's say you're in a relay race. You've got 4 people. First guy runs, passes the baton to the second person. The second person runs, gets to the third person now, and is doing, I need a baton. Perfect. I was prepared. Doing one of these. No, you can't get it. I got it. And in the middle of the race is like, oh, no, you can't get this. I'm so good. I'm too good for you. You're not helping the team. The whole team is now like, what are you doing? Pass the baton. Let's get this race over with. Or imagine if you have a team that's run your race, and first person runs, second person says, I don't want to do this. What? You get here now and you decide that you don't want to do this, and you walk off the field, leaving man 3 and 4 behind you to fend for themselves? What? Or imagine first guy runs, second guy runs, third guy runs, he's down to the fourth guy. Fourth guy stands there, sees third guy coming, and says, you know, the other day you ate my burger and fries, I'm kind of mad at you. Poof. What? You guys are about to win the race, and you just completely take out the person coming in behind you? You don't do that, you know? So why is it that in business we think that all of that stuff is okay? To just walk away and leave our team to fend for themselves, to play games where we're hindering the progress of someone else, to stab that other person in the back, or, you know, whatever. doesn't help the team. So before you do things, think about the repercussions of your actions, because there's a ripple effect. If person number one, or if person number two in the race stabs person number one in the back, race over. Not only is the race over for that team, but the officials will probably shut down the entire race, and the cops are called in, and the whole rest of the games are thrown off because of one person's stupid actions. So we could talk about it in this context and joke about it, but because it sounds so crazy and you're like, what? Who would even do that? But we're doing it, in hypothetical terms. We're doing it in our business. We're stabbing people in the back. We always talk about corporate, the essence of corporate, and not just within our business or other business, the mentality of crabs in a barrel, and climbing the corporate ladder, and how you have to knife the person in the back to get above and beyond. I mean, one thing I love about this business is that you don't have to do that. That is not a part of our what's the word? Our motto. It's not who we are, and I love that about this atmosphere. And it's one of the reasons why I kind of looked at corporate and was like, I don't want to get into that, because I couldn't do it for a living, and I couldn't live with that stress. And I mean, even in my college, as architects, I know there were other schools who were supremely competitive, and I've heard stories about people sabotaging other people's models, and I was just like, I'm glad that the school I'm in doesn't do that. That ain't for me. But there are people who are doing it on a slight level, so just be conscious of your actions when you're going about doing these things. Realize that your contribution, your position, your being there matters to the team. Again, get out of the group mindset, get out of the individual mindset, and think about the team. You're here, you have something to contribute. You are key to the success of this business. I don't care if no one has never told you that before, I'm telling you right now. And I don't care if someone tells you tomorrow that you're not important. Tell them Georgiana said. Give them my Facebook page. I will tell them. You matter to the success of this business. Each and every representative matters to the success of this business. And the sooner we start realizing it, the further this entire company can go. So we need to stop with the foolishness. I'm having a Molly Bim moment. I'm like, yeah, but but that being said, you also have to not just be careful of how you treat others, but be careful of how you're treating yourself. This was kind of the aha moment for me, because again, I said to myself, okay, you know how it is when you have, say, a best friend and she's kind of negative to herself. You would not say negative things to your best friend. If she comes out like, oh, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I hate my hair, whatever, as a good friend, you're like, no, girl, you look good. You're working it. Your hair's gorgeous. Your skin is beautiful. You're glowing. You're radiant. As a good friend, you do what you can to encourage the people you care about. But we don't always do that with ourselves. Sometimes we're so quick to tear ourselves down. And I am preaching to the choir here. We're so quick to compare ourselves to others and be negative. But when you do that, if you're thinking in the team mindset, you're hurting the team. When I, Georgiana, am afraid of promoting the company, I am letting opportunities to promote pass me by. When I, Georgiana, am putting myself down or being negative about my own success, there might be another representative who's looking at me and saying, okay, well, if Georgiana is, kicking boxes and having a tantrum because she has, only 25% growth, then what's my 1% growth? And that representative might take it as, you know what? If her success isn't having the effect that she wants it to, then maybe my success isn't important. Maybe my win isn't worth celebrating. Maybe I need to be at the level that she wants to be at before I can celebrate. And now not only have you robbed yourself of, just an opportunity to celebrate, but unknowingly you might have robbed someone else of that opportunity as well. So be conscious of how you treat yourself. Invest in yourself. Do the trainings and the workshops and the classes. Read the books. You can't see, but this thing back here is a bookshelf, and there's like a whole section on leadership books. Why? Because I'm trying to learn how to be a leader. I'm trying to learn how to do more for my team, because when I grow and when I'm stronger in the team mindset, my team will grow and be stronger. And those of you who watch my videos and learn from me, you will grow and be stronger. And the team, the business, benefits as a whole. So when you do your personal development, you may be looking at it as, okay, it's an hour, I'm watching a couple of videos, no big deal. But when you do that personal development and when you apply it to your business and, you share it with others and you encourage other people, you're kind of like uplifting the entire business and, therefore the entire team. So your actions have so much to give to the team. And, when you go out and you have $100 in sales, you might be looking at someone who has $1,000 in sales, and you might be saying, oh, well, and again, I did this myself. When I first started, I saw the President's Recognition Program people, and I was like, wow, those people are amazing. And I've had, I told you, I shared an experience with you of Sylvia, one of the division managers in the business, asking my opinion about something, and me just flat out, right, telling him, like, why do you even want to know? I'm not one of those people. I don't contribute as much as they do. Why does my opinion even matter? He had the team mentality. He saw me, not having those, at that time I was President's Club, but, there are a Rose Circle and McConnell Club people. So he saw the value of the team as the whole, and he saw the contribution that I was making as a contribution to the whole. So for those of you, I don't care if you're just starting out, and we're kind of in a lighthearted mood here, but you might feel like, okay, I've only sold $25, or I've only sold $50, or I've only sold $10. Talk to a lot of these leaders. A lot of leaders will tell you their first campaign, they didn't sell that much either. I think my first order was 100 and change. But we've got people like Lisa who has $1,000 order. If I said, okay, only the $1,000 is worth celebrating, and my little $110 order doesn't matter, then I wouldn't be here. So don't do that to yourself. Celebrate each victory and know that you can go above and beyond. Work on your personal development and teach yourself and empower yourself to go above and beyond, and you will be uplifting not only yourself but the team. I'm running out of time and I have 2 more bullet points to do. So second thing would be to keep in mind that you are valuable to the team, and your success, your achievement, your contribution is valuable to the team. Don't knock yourself, and do not let me catching you knock yourself. I will borrow Molly Bibbs one and poof you somewhere. And thirdly, going above and beyond just what you contribute to this team, whether it's your Avon team or this business as the corporation, your contribution to the team goes above and beyond just that contribution. Because think, for example, our company is the number 1 contributor to the breast cancer crusade. They are going out and speaking out against domestic violence. I in love, I have an obsession now of watching the guys who are doing the breast cancer walk, because I'm intimidated. 39 is a lot of miles to walk, and I have that coming up in October, but I'm watching the guys who did it in Washington. A group of people just did it again. I don't remember what state, but I saw another state, and each time, if you follow the Avon Foundation for Women, they tell you how much each state has raised. That is a result of our contribution. That is a result of our team excelling and being able to give back to the community. So again, we're going from individual to group to team to community. and they're having your community efforts have an impact on the world. So again, step back, big picture, kind of take your eyes off of the minutia of where you are right now in your life or in your business. Your contribution has so much more of a bigger effect. We do our fundraisers for schools and community groups and VAs and teams, little sports teams in our community. By empowering us to do those fundraisers, we're helping our community. And you never know. I mean, I love the stories about people who, maybe grew up in a bad neighborhood and got themselves plugged in on a team. Teams aren't run on air. They're run by donations and volunteers. And maybe that kid met a great teacher and they went on to go to college and become a doctor and save lives. So the global impact on what we do is so huge. And I think a lot of times, because we're living in our own bubbles, living in we get bogged down by the nitty gritty of our day-to-day activities, that we can lose sight of the overall impact. But when this business succeeds, it impacts the community. And when the community succeeds, it impacts the country and it impacts the world. So there's so much at stake here, no pressure. But we need to, change our mindset, because there's a lot that can come out of our actions. Your force in the community becomes a force for change. So earlier we were talking about being in a position or situation where you don't like what's happening around you. You're unhappy with your surroundings. Things aren't working out. Things just aren't the way that you like to see them. By working as a team and creating opportunities and sponsoring people and fundraising and, doing all the stuff that elevates the team, you're becoming a force for change. Yeah, you could just stay there and gripe about how sucky it is, or you could do something and be that force for change. And it doesn't always have to be a grand gesture. We don't always have to be the person, single person who donates $1 million. The small efforts add up. I'm pretty sure that those Avon Foundation donations, what do I mean? I'm pretty sure. I'm positive that when Avon Foundation donates, those donations are a result of representatives doing fundraisers for the breast cancer crusade and the Avon 39. It's for every single bracelet, umbrella, t-shirt, tote bag that you sell. The proceeds are going. It's for, if there are any customers who are watching this, every time you make a purchase of the foundation products, you are going to, your purchase goes to support that cause. When you support the representatives as well, I always love how our company promotes that, we don't just sell lipstick, we're changing lives. That representative is now a business entity that can give back to the community. That representative is a person who maybe they're a stay-at-home mom who now has the time to stay at home with her kid to raise up a wonderful young gentleman who might be the president of the United States down the line. You never know. So sometimes you have to, get out of our bubble. And again, me speaking to myself here, I have to come back and watch this video in a few years. Sometimes it's so easy to get bogged down with thinking about what you're not and what you haven't accomplished that you lose sight of the ripple effect that your small actions can have. And I think if we kind of set our mind on those things, we'll be more encouraged to get out and do what we need, because it's easy to kind of slack off and you feel like it's only you. But if you know that your team is depending on you, and your team is depending on you because our success depends on the success of the whole, then you'll react differently. So as even as things change and in the world or within the company, we have to keep our vision has to be set on success for the whole team, because we're not going to give ourselves the opportunity to say, okay, the world is ending, everything is going wrong, and this is bad and that is bad and that is bad. You're going to say, you know what, we have this goal, we have an obligation to my other teammates to succeed. Yeah, I can slack off and not do what I know needs to be done towards my dreams, but I know that the other people who are coming up behind me and watching me, they can benefit from that. And when you have that internal image of your actions being more than just an effect for your immediate life, that you're affecting other people, then you get your act right, so to speak. So those were my points that I wanted to share. Just that there is strength in teamwork, but it begins with you. You have to make that conscious decision to first and foremost go from being an individual in a group to being a part of the team. And we all need to step it up and take responsibility for the entire team, because other people are depending on us. We don't want our team to sink, because if the boat goes down with us in it, sorry to break it to you, but you're going down as well. So it doesn't benefit you to poke holes in the boat, so to speak. It benefits you to learn woodworking so that you can shore up the boat if there are other holes. It benefits you to row. It benefits you to be a ship captain who directs the boat away from the rocks and the bluff. It benefits you to be a team member who is actively contributing to the team. And I kind of want to challenge you guys to evaluate your position. And I want to actually encourage you to share this video. Don't ask me about this again, because I might change my mind later on, like, oh no, don't share that. Because again, I always find like the small minutia to not focus on. Like right now, I could say something like, okay, don't share that video, her collar was crooked, the whole video, it's a mess, don't share it. But I would be doing a disservice by not reposting. And that is a struggle that I have a lot of times where I do these chats. I tell you guys, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. I don't know if it's going to make sense. Or I don't know if I want to share that video after watching it. She tripped up on her words a lot. Maybe you don't want to share that. But I think about the people who might benefit even from a small piece. Maybe this whole conversation doesn't resonate with you, but you got one little aha moment out of it. Worth it. So I kind of want to encourage you to share this. Tag other people, share it in their wall, send them a link, whatever. Or even, don't share the video, just kind of talk to someone, reach out to a friend, another representative, encourage her to get plugged in. As for yourself, get yourself even deeper into the team and start going about your actions with the mindset that you are adding to the growth and success of this whole team. And when you watch the videos, or when you're reading the newspaper and you're seeing that this company is doing well, know that you contributed to that. It's not just the top 10 or the top 20% that were a part of that. You were. And when I watch the videos of other leaders, other women, men and women who are successful and are succeeding in their business, and I see you guys with the posts about the stuff that you've been able to accomplish, and when I read about the stories in the paper, I think it was last week's newsletter, there were a whole slew of community newspapers that were sharing the stories of representatives across the U.S. And I was just like, I felt like, it wasn't me, but I felt like, and I didn't know any of the people, but I was like, yeah, those are my people. Those are my teammates. They're not a part of my team. And I don't benefit directly from their success, but I know that those stories are going to go out there and touch the lives of someone else and resonate with someone else. And someone out there is going to say, you know what? She did it, so I can, and they're going to come in and be a part of us, and our team will grow. So, stop with the jealousy and the envy stuff, and, just know that when that person is succeeding, you're succeeding too. When that person's story inspires someone else, it's inspiring someone else to come into your team and be a part of the success that you and your team will experience together. We say in this business, one team, one Avon. Sorry for the rest of you guys. If you're watching and you're not a part of Avon, the Avon company has a slogan, one team, one Avon, and we always say like hashtag Avon family. And I think sometimes we say it in passing, like it's just kind of there in the background, but we really need to change our mindset where we're like, yeah, this is really one team. And if you're in another business, then definitely you need to work on your mindset and say you are part of that team. That team's success depends on your actions, and when they succeed, you succeed as well. We need to start seeing it as we're succeeding. So that was my live stream topic for the night. Let's see what we have going on in the chat. Oh, we had a few more people join. So Miss Myra, welcome. Renee says that she was reluctant to share her promotion tonight, so she kind of gets that as well. She says, take your time, no worries. Kathleen says she's glad that she did that. Renee shared because she's looking at someone else who can inspire her and keep the Avon passion going. But yeah, that is huge and super important. Hi, Kamini and Deb. Welcome to the chat. Kathleen says golden nuggets. I don't know about golden nuggets, but if you're benefiting, then yes, the team is doing well, and I feel good about that. So awesome. Myra said that she'll also share this in her group. You're very welcome, Myra. I'm glad that I could be relevant. So I hope that you guys are inspired by this. I hope that somebody at least gets a tiny bit of something that they can take and run with. Anything that you use to benefit yourself will go towards benefiting the team, and I'm good with that. So I hope you guys have a really great night. Oh, next week we're going to be in the Bahamas. So I don't know about live stream. I don't know what the video is going to be like. You guys saw me try to do that in Tahiti, and it dropped like 5 or 6 times. So I'm going to see what the Wi-Fi is like in the Bahamas. If I can, I will do a live stream, but if I test it and it's spotty, our live stream might be a little bit shorter. I probably won't have a topic of discussion like this, but trust me, you're going to want to see what we're up to in the Bahamas. I will be live streaming. If you're here, you follow me on Facebook, so you will be seeing pictures, and I'll keep you guys updated on you know, what's happening, because I know that I always say growing up. I guess, yeah, growing up as an Avon rep, watching the videos and the stories, and, you know, when I first started, there was no Facebook, so I had to wait for the publication to come out with one picture and a couple of quotes down the line. So, but even then, it was super inspiring to me. I was like, you know, this is a company that does that for their representatives? What? I want to be a part of that. So I will definitely be sharing my videos, posts, photos on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And I know that other representatives will be too, so be prepared for a flood of Bahamas. But I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys and meeting a lot of you guys in person. If I'm stuffing my face, just, you know, introduce yourself. We'll chat a little. I'll try not to talk with my food in my mouth, but I will be. I love food, so I will definitely be having a blast. And I hope that everyone arrives safely, and that we do get to have a really great time out there. I'm pretty sure that we will. But thank you guys all for joining me in this live stream and conversing with me. Yes, I will definitely share pics, Renee. But I'll talk to you guys hopefully next week. If not, then the following week. But again, it will be 8 p.m. here on my wall. So looking forward to seeing you guys again, and continue to build your wins for the week and your wins for the team. Looking forward to celebrating with you guys. Bye.